Good afternoon, friends. Today is 26th of September 2021, and this is a weekly review for our webinar participants. So, let's first start with what is the sort of environment we are in. First of all, US markets they closed almost unchanged, so nothing much to write home from there. Let's check out the bond yield, which is getting much talked about. So the 10-year US bond yield is now at 1.453. Not too long back, it was at 1.3. So definitely there is a rise of interest rates, and the headline is 10-year treasury yields increase on week as Fed inches closer to bond taper. The other thing relevant for us is crude, which is at 78. Now, this is getting to a zone where it can start bothering the bank nifty. So far, it hasn't, but with interest rates going up, if inflation is also getting tricky, this can create trouble. So this is the sort of environment we are walking into for next week. Now the other point is that where are we in the overall environment of things in terms of how big of a rally are we sitting on. So uh, these are all the sectoral indices that I have here. Let's see what is going on a monthly basis. So on a monthly basis, this blue line is the 20-month moving average. And as we know that this is an average which is tested very often by the market every few months. Now this thing is at 13,070. Okay. There was a time when it was at 11,400, and at that time the Nifty was somewhere at 7,500, and we thought it was overextended. Today it is over, I think, 5,000 points away from this average. This is way overextended. And what generally tends to happen is that either this average will move up or the market has to go sideways, because this sort of overextension cannot remain. So my view is that we are going into some kind of a correction. Now, when it starts, when it all of a sudden picks up, what event triggers it, we will find out. Let's see what the Bank Nifty has done. Again, Bank Nifty 20-month moving average is 28,000. This is not as overextended. This has been an underperformer. Uh, the big index that I want to show you is the Nifty IT. This is at 37,000, and the 20-month moving average is at 22,000 only. So mid caps are getting ready for a butchering. So, this is something which shows you overextension. Let me show you some other sectors. These are commodities index. Again, 20-month moving average at 3800 thereabouts, and The index right now is 5800. Extraordinary movement. This is the consumption index. 20-month moving average is 5500. This is right now at 7300. Not very overextended, but still way away from these averages. Now let's look at the Nifty Junior, which is a representation of the mid cap indices. Here, this monthly average is at 31,000 and Nifty Junior is at 43,000. Again, just a relative comparison. In March 2020, the average was at 27,000 and we hardly went down to 18,000. So this time the overextension on the upside is very, very large. Okay. So the caution has to be taken on board. On one hand, you have interest rate rising, you have oil going up. On the other hand, the market situation is extraordinarily extended on the larger time frame, and this should be kept in mind uh, you know as you take your swing trades. Maybe not as relevant as for day trading, but slowly, what will start to happen is that this sort of overextension will start hurting the lower time frames. So let's first go and check out what kind of pivot situation that we are sitting on. Now let's check out the weekly pivot. The weekly pivot on the Nifty is at 17,709. See, I have put Monday's date here, and these are last week's levels which you have to manually input. So the weekly pivot is now at 17,709. So getting very close to the current prices. On the Bank Nifty, the weekly pivot is 37,490, so 37,500 thereabouts. So on a weekly basis, the pivots are still rising. But on a daily basis, what is happening is that the current price is now above, or rather, the current price is now below the daily pivot. So what is happening is that the market is not showing that sort of great momentum that the pivots can keep some sort of distance from the uh, price. So that shows that, basically there is somewhat of a slowdown of momentum. Again, on Bank Nifty, the closing price on Friday is below the daily pivot. Now, let's see what is going on the indices basically. Now, this is the Nifty Junior daily chart. Here, what is happening is that the market is making some kind of double top. Also, the issue here is that this is diverging while the index is retesting the previous high. So somewhere, a bit of weakness of trend is visible. Again, early days, but you have to see it in the context of the entire market. But still in an uptrend, still above the 20-day moving average. So we'll see how this plays out. Let's have a look at the Nifty. Nifty again well above the 20-day moving average, and the last time the Nifty touched the 20-day moving average was on 2nd of August. We have this sort of a trend line which you can draw, and basically this is a very strong uptrend. This is the RSI. Again, the price is making a higher high, but there is a bit of divergence. Now, divergences by their very nature, they need time to play out. So, that way, this is an early indication. But the big problem that I have on the market is this Nifty IT, which we spoke about earlier also. Now, Nifty IT, Friday, it has shown the first sign of weakness. All IT stocks are just in stratosphere. Everything has gone up 3 times. I mean, this is the wildest IT rally. I was there in 99, 2000, and even that rally is paling in comparison. So if IT starts to weaken and you have, inflation worries on banking, etc., that could lead to trouble for the Nifty. So this is a daily kind of perspective. Still, only the first, negative candle. The index did not close lower still. So that way, we are close to this round number of 18,000. So there is some caution in the air. Now let's see what is going on these major stocks which I keep in my portfolio, uh, which show me the sentiment of the market. So first of all, you have IndusInd Bank, again way overextended on the daily, but it has just started its rally. Infosys, again bit of a negative candle. JSW Steel, the metal group, has started to weaken and now it's trading below a declining 20-day moving average. HDFC still stable and solid. Axis Bank still above the 20-day moving average and possibly is consolidation. Bajaj Finance has had a very wild type of ride and big upside, now consolidating a bit. TCS, big rally, now a bit of sideways. Reliance again continuing with a large rally. Tata Steel has weakened. So broadly, if you see, some stocks are coming towards their 20-day moving averages. But the issue is not with daily, the issue is with the longer term charts, where things are very, very, very overextended. So for a swing trade, I would be interested in HDFC. So since we are talking about options here, so HDFC options, uh, you can try to buy maybe the 2800 call. Also, uh, maybe Bajaj Finance, if we get it close to about 7500, that would be a place for a swing trade on Bajaj Finance. Axis Bank, if we start to cross 820, I think you could have a further rally. So that would be the place where you would buy into an Axis Bank. In terms of the downside, I think Tata Steel, if we start to break this zone of about 1235, I think we could see a further downside, maybe lose another 100 rupees from here. JSW Steel, again, we could, get towards this, the 200 DMA is now getting very close to the price. So for me, the important area is 830. Below 830, 630, below 630, we could have a test of the 200-day moving average. So metals are the troubles area. Now let's look at what we should do on the intraday chart of the Nifty and Bank Nifty. So basically, I am taking the 15-minute chart. You can even take the 5-minute chart. There is no problem. So this is the uh, last couple of hours range on the Nifty. And if we start to break above this range after opening flat, that would be a good place to buy in. As of right now, you have the SGX at about, I would think, 17,887. So if we start to trade above this zone, we could get some follow through. Friday was a kind of a narrow range type of day. Similarly, if we start to break below this range, it is possible that we could go down to the 5-minute 200, which is 17,752. So this sort of range you should uh, build up. I think it's unlikely that you will have a huge gap up or a huge gap down. Chances are we open somewhere here and then we try to break out. That is where you should try to play on the side that the market breaks out on. 90%, 80%, it should still break out on the upside, but keep an eye, because uh, the Nifty Junior Index is showing weakness. But prima facie, if we get out of this range on the upside, you should try to buy. Your stop as of right now should be below this range. So put a stop below 17,820. Now you have the Bank Nifty. Again, this is the range that you should mark out. And if we start to move above this range, you should probably buy into a 37,800 call. On the Nifty, you can buy the 17,800 call if we start to move on the upside. Again, Bank Nifty was very, very range bound. So, uh, an expansion could happen on an intraday sort of basis. In terms of individual stocks, so if we break out of this 37,875, I think we could have a retest of this 38,105, and the stop could be below the range, which is about 37,650. Now, on an intraday basis, this is IndusInd Bank. I don't think there is anything significant here. This is Infosys. Here, in case the IT index restarts its rally and Infosys crosses this range on the upside, see, make no mistake that the weekly and monthly IT index is strong. So if we start to cross on the upside, we can put a stop here and probably use, options of maybe 1750 thereabouts, and then see if we can get upside here. This is 5 minute of HDFC, nothing significant here. Now this is the Axis Bank chart. Again, this is your Fab 4, 220, and last two are kind of range plus the close. So we start to break this block on the downside. This is our resistance block. So if we start to break this block on the downside, then you would try to buy puts on Axis Bank. So it is not looking so bad on daily, but it is looking weak on the intraday charts. See, the issue is that we have to see how oil impacts, financials. Again, this is, Bajaj Finance, and here you can't really identify the block because the last 2 hour range would be very, very wide. What we want to try to get is some sort of a narrow, uh, you know, range from which to take our breakouts from. TCS also, you can see all the Fab 4 items are together. So in case IT index restarts its move above this zone, TCS would be a buy, and this could give you another expansion. Although, let me warn again that all IT stocks are overextended. I don't think there is much on Reliance. This is Tata Steel. Again, what you want to do is look at this range here. In case we start breaking this range, then you could have more downside. So Tata Steel, because metals are weak, this could be a play on the downside. So you still are looking at some buys on HDFC, Infosys, TCS, uh, Axis Bank on the short side, Tata Steel on the short side, and Jubilant, there isn't much to do. So now you have both, swing calls and intraday calls. And the idea is that if the market starts to break out on the upside, you should try to play the long ideas. And if it starts to break down, you should play the short ideas. So that should be it for this weekly review. And we'll see how tomorrow's day plays out and what sort of movement we get, particularly on the junior Nifty, because that sometimes leads corrections. Also, what is the impact of oil and bond yields? So the market is kind of at a turning point. The sort of headlines we are getting, 60,000 and everybody is jumping with joy. You know these are not good signs. So cautiously optimistic is what I would say. But as an intraday trader, what you have to do is you have to look for patterns to break out and look for range expansion, or look for mean reversion. In terms of the Nifty and Bank Nifty, we are looking for some kind of range expansion to play out. So that should be it for right now. Uh, Take care and have a good trading day tomorrow.